All right. Hey, there we go. There we go. There we go. Um, Welcome to everyone that isn't here. We'll be doing pulled pork sandwiches today. Um, I also have a couple other random things. I have some bananas I need to get rid of, so I was gonna make some banana muffins as well. And then I got some lunch I gotta make for tomorrow. So yeah, I was just going through my regular routine, trying to experiment around here with doing a little live streaming my cooking sessions and see what's happening with that. But yeah, I'm been working on a recipe book lately. It's called Conversational Kitchen. Is kind of the next step I'm taking in that journey. Hoping to make a regular routine out of this and um, yeah, just show you how I cook. Very casual kind of cooker. Don't really follow the recipes to the T and everything, but just make some decent food, gets me through the week, and is hoping to start live streaming that to share it with everyone and create a little community out of it. So yeah, get started today. I'm gonna making the pulled pork sandwiches. Like I said, I was gonna make them a little different. I got some pulled pork I just got from Trader Joe's. I was thinking about getting some pulled pork and or getting some like pork shoulder and then shredding it myself, but they didn't have any of that there, and that's where I was shopping this week, so whatever. But I was gonna mix that in and then put in some of these mushrooms right here. Just got some, what are they? Brown beach mushrooms. And then I got some pickles, sandwich pickles. Might chop those up a little bit. And then, what else? Yeah, just gonna toss all that together. And then I got a little coleslaw left over from something else I made last week. And then I was gonna mix that in. Make a sandwich out of that, and I got some green beans to go on the side that I prepped the other day. So yeah. Um, let's see here. Oh, it's right there. Yeah, hype. Good. I can say whatever the fuck I want. And in that case, I'm gonna start listening to this book I've been listening to. Um, my my recipe book is a little blog I got going on Substack right now. Been kind of just reading about the food system, so anything to do with nutrition, the impact food has on the environment and the economy, and yeah, food impacts everyone. Everyone eats, and we all um, interact with it and have a different relationship with it. So I was kind of been going on a little journey myself to explore the food system and writing about it on that. And then, like I said, is kind of the next step I've been looking into how I can expand that journey. Um, but yeah, if you want to check that out, it's Conversational Kitchen. You can find it over on Substack. If someone somehow comes through and actually wants to see it, and just ask, well, can get you a link or something for that. Um, but yeah, been listening to this book by Charles Mann called Wizard and the Prophet. Um, Interesting book about how we got into the food system we exist in today, kind of the origins from post World War II, and yeah, it just kind of explains the incentives in our system that led us to the heavily homogenized and commoditized system we exist in today. So I'm gonna listen to that. And if someone happens to stop by and ask questions, would love to engage. But yeah,
The beginning of what book called An Ecological Perspective on the
I
Peruvian
guess
Soil.
I'm kind of in the middle of a chapter right now talking about William Boat, just to fill y'all in. He's a, I'm trying to do some, all right. Yeah, William Boat, he's just a dude from New York, I think. He's from the U.S. and went down to Peru and kind of has an ecological background. Went down to Peru to help with the guano crisis, which was one of the original fertilizers used by in agriculture. And then he fills the role of the prophet in the book, The Wizard and the Prophet, and he kind of advocates for more of a ecologically backed strategy to feeding the world compared to Norman Borlaug, who, depending on your level of understanding of the food system, may be a name you know of, but he's the guy that's kind of credited with a lot of the inspiration for the Green Revolution and kind of the technological approach we have these days. So obviously he's kind of the guy that came out on top in the not really conflict, but I guess the conflict between the two strategies to feed the world. Um, Definitely both have their upsides and downsides to it. I feel like I'm personally probably more on the profit side of everything, but I don't think there's a one strategy fits the whole world type of thing the more I read into it. So yeah, anyways, that's that. I guess I'm gonna just start that. If someone comes in here and says what's up, that'd be super cool. Boom.
Asian people have learned every few years the coastal climate shifted dramatically, with warm rainforests inundating the cold, dry coast. Because the
But I'm
rainwater
gonna
began along the
start over
coast,
here my
Peruvians refer to them as El Nino, a
actually
Spanish nickname for the Christ.
I'm gonna just turn on some music actually in the background.
I feel like that doesn't really fit the vibe.
What do we want to listen to? Just put on some random playlist. I'm gonna practice. Yeah, I'll listen right after. We're gonna just practice talking. Um, I got my mushrooms all chopped up here, just kind of roughly diced up. Again, very casual cook. Don't follow any specific guidelines or anything. Okay, whatever. You get the point. Um, Next thing I'm gonna go start the pork chops over here. If you're following, if you're watching this, you should subscribe because I need to get to 50 people so then I can bring you guys over here and you get the full cooking experience. But you're just gonna have to stay there for now. Uh, do that. Pork chops in there. Pulled pork. Yeah, just did this stuff. Says to preferred to microwave it, but we're better than that. Another one was conventional oven, but I don't really feel like doing that. So I'm just gonna ignore the directions altogether and just cook it the way I want to. All right. Guess what other thing we can do? Get some, put some green beans. Got my pot here. Gonna fill it up with some water. All right. Got my peppers in the oven over there. Little Ninja air fryer thing. Clutch would recommend. Super convenient. Yeah, I got the water boiling over there now. Um, that's kind of that. I don't know. I kind of just gotta wait for the pulled pork to get going. Just gonna toss in some seasonings, and I got some kind of like that. This is Trader Joe's brand. fucking knockoff. But yeah, I just got some barbecue sauce. Was looking at the ingredients, actually pretty good. It's mostly ingredients I recognize. Kind of been my thing I've been doing lately is just trying to go minimal processed foods, minimal processing, just trying to look at the labels and pick foods I recognize, actual food, not random chemical concoctions and shit. But yeah. But I got my pepper in there. That's kind of what I'm doing for lunch. I got a stuffed pepper meal I've been doing for lunches lately. So just gonna make that. Um, Stuffing's already cooked, so I might just make that tomorrow at lunch and stuff it there. But as far as the sandwiches go, it's really just the pulled pork over here. Like, it's not much to it. Honestly, I wonder if I could bring you over here, because I feel like I'm mostly gonna be staying over here. What if we mess around? We could do a nice cake. Oh, there we go. I kind of like that. I'm like over here stretching it up. I guess it helps while put it on the grill, honestly. Um, what are we going to use today? What's this guy doing? Yeah, we're gonna let that heat up a little bit. But seasonings, I was gonna toss in some onion powder, some paprika. I need to get some more of that. Got some pepper and some salt. Um, got one more Trader Joe's stuff. Makes it look like I go to Trader Joe's all the time, but I've honestly been shopping a lot at PCC lately. Kind of spendy, but if I'm looking for that like Whole Foods kind of vibe, been natural organic kind of stuff, that's been a good place for me to find stuff. Also been trying to go to like farmers markets a lot lately. Highly recommend Dollar Farmers Market. That place got a lot of good options there. Um, but yeah, would love to hear where you guys go shopping at. I'm out here in Seattle, but um, so maybe you don't have all those options, but would love to hear where you guys go shopping at. And that would be my peppers now. So let's get a container out for those bad boys. So action there. Yeah, just toss those in there. And then, I got my stuffing already pre-made, so I got that. Just gonna take that to work tomorrow, and I'll just scoop the stuffing in. I got a little toaster there. I'll toast it all like that. Um, all right. So I'm saying it's like a weird angle. Like I need y'all to subscribe, so then we're gonna have a little tripod right down here. And then because then I can do it on my phone. I have my tripod right there, and do a lot better for me. But it's whatever. Was kicking it by myself until then. Um, I guess in the meantime we can go back over here, start whipping up some muffin stuff. Um, this is my mom's recipe when my favorites growing up. She'd like a Saturday, Sunday, some sort of weekend type of thing, but waking up to some good old banana muffins from my mom. Hard to beat that. Yeah, for this we got following ingredients over here. We got all the set to stew. Got your flour, baking soda, baking powder, your dry ingredients, and then the liquids. We got some. You can use whatever milk you prefer. I just got some oat milk right now that I'm trying to use up. Get some agave. You can use whatever other syrup. Maple syrup probably is the best, but whatever syrup or sweetener you want. And then I got some vanilla extract, coconut oil. Suppose you can use whatever oil you really want, but that's what my mom normally uses, so that's what I got. And then of course bananas. Um, actually I'm gonna need a blender for that. So I'm gonna grab that out real quick. Pretty simple though. I just toss all the liquids in the blender, blend them up, put all the dry ingredients in a bowl, mix that up, pour that in, all the liquids from the blender into the dry stuff, and then combine it all, whip it all together, and put the chocolate chips in. You can't forget that. And normally my mom would make them muffins. So if you like scoop them out and put them in a little muffin tray, but I don't got that. I got one, but it's just kind of not the best. They get stuck in there, and it's just easier to make it in a cake pan. So I've been making banana muffin cake instead. So pro tip, do that. It's a lot easier. I almost got my mom convinced to start doing that instead too now. Just chop it up into smaller bits. It's the same exact thing. This shit didn't get cleaned that well. Made some mushroom powder with this lately. Stay tuned for that. I'm gonna be trying to make some mushroom powder. Good way to get some nutritional value from the mushrooms in your diet if you are a big fan of the texture of mushrooms. But leave that in there and grab out my other blender, which also isn't totally clean, but okay, we're gonna roll with it. Um, let's see here. Let me pull up the. I'm gonna just peel all the banana and put that in there. I know I'm using that for sure. This bad boy is my compost bowl is what I'm using that for. That's how you know we're really from Seattle. We're out here in Seattle. We got some Macklemore going. So not for me, but I don't know about how if y'all can hear that or what. But love to hear your feedback if that's a good level of sound. Should, I'd also love to hear if you guys like having music in the background anyways, or what you like to have on. I won't be cooking silently though. I normally will couple my also sometimes just like put on some Netflix or something in the background. It's another go-to. Whatever show I've been watching lately. Right now I've been watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Weird show. Incredibly long too. Can't believe how many episodes of it they got. All right. This banana is fucking tasty. I think I'm just gonna compost these two because I think I got enough of it. Recipe calls for three. That's probably enough. So you know they're gonna last any longer. All right. So yeah, we got three medium overripe bananas, two medium overripe, one extremely overripe, but it'll work out. We're gonna go 3/4 cup maple syrup. Get my, I want a half cup of milk. And then half cup of melted coconut oil. And just do unmelted because it don't matter. And yet again, there's another example. I just be making it up on the spot. I feel like I'm a competent chef, but wouldn't go much past that. It's doing what I gotta do to get by, you know? So yeah, we're gonna do the milk first. I'm gonna try to use the same measuring devices. So we got half cup of milk, um, half cup of milk, and then we got it's a third cup of the coconut oil. Let me grab that one out. Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi's going on a tour soon. I'm trying to go to that one out in Auburn, out here in June or something. You probably go too. If anyone wants to go with me, let me know. I don't know if my housemate is going to be able to go with me, so need a concert going, buddy. I'm gonna get the coconut oil out here. Actually, I'm gonna go check in on that pulled pork real quick. I hear it crackling over here. It's looking pretty good over there. I'm breaking it apart. Uh, put some of this barbecue in there. And again, kind of with my casual cooking style, I ain't gonna measure shit. I'm just pouring it in so it looks good. Comment down more on the sandwich afterwards. Not too good. All that good. Lots of some of the seasonings as well. The extra spice stuff. Focus on my more barbecue sauce. For a bit. And we got the water about to boil, so I'm gonna try and mix in these last couple ingredients here as quick as I can. We're doing the coconut oil. Lemon spilling coconut oil. Is there any kind of some good topics to talk about? I gotta keep talking about that book I've been listening to. Is I'm listening to it because I'm trying to write this next section of my blog on the impact the food system has on the economy. And this book kind of dives into the history of how we got to where we're at. A lot of it stems from just the post World War II era and like kind of the efforts to supply food through capitalism and its fight versus communism's effort to supply people with food. Super interesting, honestly, if you're trying to nerd out on the food system like I've been, but when it came out, but I think it's a relatively old book. It's by this guy, Charles Mann. Listened to it once through already, but didn't fully digest it for what I was looking to write about in this next section, so I'm kind of re-listening to some of the important parts. Pretty interesting read. Really dives into the personal lives and the history of the kind of two main guys, which is like William Vogt and Charles Mann. Norman Borlaug's the other one. Okay, coconut oil. Water's still not quite boiling, so we're gonna add in the 3/4 cup maple syrup, or what I got, the agave syrup. And that will be half a cup. Honestly, I think that's one of the best parts of it. It's like got some. There's not any sugar in it. Avoids all the sugar, but you still get some sweetness in it from the maple syrup or agave, whatever you prefer. A little bit healthier, I guess. I don't know. Tasty enough still though. All right, liquid ingredients. So I just gotta get the 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and uh, get the rest of that out of there. Actually, I'm gonna get this. Oh, actually, that pulled pork's kind of cooking through pretty quickly, so I might go toss in the mushrooms now. There's that. Toss these in the sink so I can wash them later. Actually, dude, that might be good. I'm gonna toss some of this in here. Get these actually sweet. Toss some mushrooms in. Kind of a sweet barbecue sauce. Sounds kind of good. Just a little drizzle for a couple seconds, and then put some more barbecue sauce on those mushrooms. Mix it all together again. Oh, I think I had some onion I was gonna put in, and whatever. Come on, butter boil. You can do it. Apparently, I'm watching it too much because the water pot never boils. All right, so there's that. We're just gonna toss in the vanilla. Check back here. Just me kicking it still. Lovely. Shocker. Or let me get this in the screen. Yeah. Boom. That's how it's done, folks. Fucking wing it. All right. So yeah, just toss that in there, put the cap on, and then it's gonna get loud in here for a second, so pardon me. All right, that's nice and blunt. Um, Computer's about to die, so I'm gonna go grab my charger real quick. I'll be right back. We back. Smooth this up. Okay, I got this all blended up now. All done with the blender, so I'm gonna skip this out of the way. Where's water boiled faster? All right. I'm gonna get this big bowl out here so I can mix it all together. Get my dry ingredients out here. I probably should have done first actions the dry. Yeah, recommend doing the dry ingredients first. Then you don't get all your instruments all gunked up. So yeah, we got 2 1/3 cups of flour. Mm, yeah, I was going to I was going to that thinking about going to the Kid Cudi concert. Talking about all the love to hear if you guys got any concert you're going to, but I was talking about that because been just listening to music mostly when I've been cooking lately. But love to hear what you guys listen to or what you guys just cook on. What's your own vibes? What do you guys got going on while you're cooking? You listen to some podcast or something you've been listening to a lot? You kind of just rotate between stuff. It's the I feel like podcast, some Netflix or other episodes of stuff, and then music are kind of my main go-tos. Ooh, that's right. Now I'll put on some March Madness. We got that going on. My bracket's kind of fucked though. All right, 2 teaspoons of baking powder now. We got yeah, this one's a baking powder. Scrape it there. This is probably this part where you would want to be precise. Again, normally I just kind of wing it and just eyeball it, but some of these you gotta have the right amount of ingredients to make it work. And then half a teaspoon of baking soda. So, I got a teaspoon, just roughly half. Um, and then quarter teaspoon of salt. So I'm gonna just take this and just go whoop, whoop, and call it good. Water's boiling. So yeah, I have my green beans I prepped the other day. Just pulled the stems off. I'm just gonna toss those in there. Didn't really plan ahead for what I was gonna do for seasoning them. We'll figure something out though. I'm just gonna toss these in here and let them go for a little while. Honestly, my go-to for green beans or broccoli or something like that when I'm cooking them by themselves or eating them by themselves as a side, I'll just like use some lime juice with some salt and pepper on them. Super good. But I might do something a little weird today. And some maple syrup with or the agave with something. I don't know, we'll just let them cook for a couple minutes and then play it by ear. I'm gonna get this stuff out of the way again. And then I'm gonna spoon and get this one that kind of bends so it can scrape the sides of the bowl real well, but um, mix the dry stuff together real quickly. I don't need the ingredients, so I can go back to this, but boom, just kind of mixing it together. Not much to it, super fun. Then we got our liquid ingredients again over here. Toss these bad boys in, get all those bananas in there. And then, yeah, just kind of mix it till it's all one good, consistent texture, color, and all that. And then we'll fold in some chocolate chips. You could also do some blueberries or some raspberries. Big raspberry guy over here. Honestly, well, bigger chocolate chip guy, I guess, because I don't know if I've actually ever done it with any berries. This recipe. I got another, probably my best recipe is a blueberry buckle coffee cake. Probably what I'm most known for. Got a lot of friends that love that one. But that one learned the recipe and put blueberries in it, but I messed around and put like raspberries and strawberries and whatnot in it before. That's really good. Some raspberries and white chocolate chips. That one's super good. I'd actually probably be really good in this one too. But yeah. Um, so yeah, there's that. Looking a good, nice, consistent texture there. So we're gonna do my big bag of yakini chocolate chips. Just gonna sprinkle the bad boys in here. Give a healthy dose of sugar. Yeah, man. I'd love to have some other people come out here and hang out with me. Just out here cooking. Love to hear what days of the week you guys normally cook. Just trying to make a space we can all come together and cook and hang out. Trying to not the not not quite a professional chef, but I have held my food handler's license in 3 states now, so I know a little something or something. But a little something something. But yeah, if you're cooking on, I'll probably do this normally on a Monday. If you're ever out there and free, would love to have some people to cook with. Come out and ask whatever questions you got about whatever you're cooking, or how long to boil this or that. May not be the exact correct scientific explanation, but normally gets the job done. Um, I'll make some good stuff. So yeah, got all the chocolate chips folded in like so, and then I'm gonna get some oil, spray the pan real quick. Got some good old extra virgin olive oil. Definitely recommend getting the extra virgin olive oil over just regular olive oil. Get more of the polyphenols in there. Granted, the spray cans probably aren't the best type of oil, but taking out the butter, stick of butter to butter it up just doesn't, so much easier to do the spray can sometimes. But yeah, put this down, just trying to fill this pan up a little bit. That's why I was getting this spoon. It kind of like bends and scrapes the bowl real good. Baking essential. All right. All right. So yeah, there we are. And then kind of spread it out nicely. And then if you're cool like me, you'll yes, first put this in here to soak. And then second, get a handful of these chocolate chips to just sprinkle on top. Oh yeah, looks so good. And I'm gonna use my finger just to get the rest of that batter off. Again, definitely ain't seeing this in a professional kitchen because you be getting your fingers all over it. But guess what? I'm the one eating this stuff, so it doesn't matter. I can do whatever I want. Toss this over here. Whoa. All right. Mixed that stuff up real good over there. Got the pulled pork pretty much. It was cooked, prepackaged, so didn't really need to get cooked. I was doing it more just to heat up and then get the mushrooms cooked. It's kind of went a little bit longer than it needed, but is what it is. But I just turned that off, so it's just kind of sitting on the pan until I'm ready to take it off and eat my dinner. But green beans probably almost done. Let them sit a little bit longer. I'm just gonna put this in the little air fryer over here. It's got a baking mode on it, so we'll do that. Um, what does it say? I think it's 350 for Texas Coke. Yeah, 350 for 20 minutes. All right, yeah, we're gonna let those green beans go for like another 2 minutes maybe. And then in the meantime, we'll get some stuff ready to break this. I'm gonna pause over this and just gonna get it out the way. My blender stuff. Watch out. Yeah, this is my pro tip right here. Just clean up as you go. Got a little bits of downtime. Just get it out the way. Get your space clean. Make it go a little bit smoother. All right, now we're gonna hold this going back up top. All right. Yeah, that is most of that. And look at that. Look how much space we got over here now. Epic. Um, yeah, get this ready for the buns. I haven't been working a whole lot lately, so I went on that cheaper budget this week. I was kind of saying I've been going to PCC and farmers markets a lot, but this week I was like, we're cutting the cost. We're going, oh, chocolate chip. Um, we're just making a going on the budget meal this week. Um, so with the Trader Joe's, I just got these basic buns over here. I actually can't burger bun. So I got that. Got some pickles. I've been messing around. I want to start growing some stuff this year, so I was messing around. Made some microgreens. These are broccoli sprouts. They're woo, they're super good for you. Get some good sulforaphane. Look that up. There's some good nutritional value in those sulforaphane. It's a good nutrient for you. But I was gonna mix that, and then I got some coleslaw. I got mixed up from a meal I had last week. I was gonna toss that all together, and then put some probably a little bit more barbecue broccoli sauce, barbecue sauce on there. I'm gonna take these off, and then I need to get my drainer out. Got my little colander thing. Oh yeah, looking good, looking good. Okay, yeah, now we need to figure out what in the world we're doing. Put the vanilla away. Um, let's see what this does. We got in the fridge. I was thinking about doing something with the agave, and I got some Heinz 57, and then I got some stone ground mustard. See how that turns out. Should be decent, I think. One of my I feel like we did it mostly with pork chops. Whenever we were growing up, we make a the extra and put some of these in. Growing up, whenever we'd have again, it was like pork chops we normally make. We make a little mixture with the Heinz 57 and honey. So kind of that's what that is, and then add a little extra. We'll see what happens. Again, very casual cook, experiment, just messing around out here, having a good time. Love some friends to come hang out with me. Make some weird stuff in here. All right. So yeah, mixing this together. It's a decent amount of green beans, so we'll go with that. A zesty sauce. Get some zest in your life. And go a little agave, kind of like 50-50, maybe. I don't know, something like that. And then I had some stone ground mustard in there, so see if that adds something to the mix. Yeah, it's not even open. I don't even know why I have this. That was a while ago. Let's see if there's another one I need to get rid of first. Oh yeah, let's go with this. We got some honey mustard. Oof. Oh, that would actually. It's making me think of uh, what I'd use honey mustard for. We got another one of my favorites growing up was teriyaki burgers. Feel like it was sometimes we just do mayo, but sometimes we get a little extra with it and put in some honey mustard on those with some pineapple. That sounds really good right now. I'm gonna do that sometime soon on the live stream. Live! And hopefully someone will be there to hang out with me. All right. Just get a little fork to mix that all up. Actually, I'm gonna do a little one, two, three. A little pew, pew, pew. You know what I'm saying? All right. See what that does. Hopefully, it's clean. What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't in there that long. You know what they say? 5 second rule, more like 5 minute rule or whatever. Green beans are all cooked. I'm gonna take these. I'm not gonna be able to mix them that well in there, so I'll just mix them in there, whatever. Put them in there afterwards. Get every last bit out of there. Can't be wasting stuff in this recession economy. All right. Yeah, I guess we'll just use this fork to mix it up. Got them nice and coated in there. Let's try this guy. It fell out. That'll do. All right. Mm, green bean. Okay. So yeah, let's make this sandwich here. Um, Plate this. Get some pickles here. Do a little. Actually, we're gonna go. There's the barbecue sauce. It's kind of a lot. Actually, maybe not too much. That was good. All right. Not a big barbecue sauce fan anyway, so I can only use it for this meal or whatever. It's gonna be in there for like months. All right. So yeah, we'll do that. Pickle one, pickle two. You know what? We're feeling extra. We're going pickle three. I don't know what this little fucking hair thing is. Get rid of that. Yeah, there's that. Now I think I'm gonna just toss on, pull out some of these. Actually, I'm gonna put this on first. So yeah, here's the get out the way. Oh yeah, how's that looking, huh? Pulled pork and pulled mushrooms. Yes, technically they were pulled out of the ground, so. Oh, that's what I was gonna toss some beans in here. Yeah, so my thing's just been trying to like do these kind of like good meal or good meals. They are good meals, but I don't know. Like everyone knows what a pulled pork sandwich is. Take these classics, I guess, if you want to call them that, and like add fiber to them because we don't get enough fiber in our diet. Which, if you want to read the reason for that, check out my recent post on my conversational kitchen blog, all about carbohydrates. I've been going through a nutrition thing lately. Nutrition. That sounds like I'm going through something and struggling, but I've been my research project I've been doing lately has been about nutrition. Been super interesting to dive into. I was vegan for a while, and then I'm not anymore. Obviously, I'm eating pulled pork, but I never really like looked into like the effect it had on my body or like did any blood work or anything. So recently, I was like, I'm kind of curious. As I was kind of getting into going through each of the subjects of the food system, nutrition is obviously one that's got to come up. So when I kind of got to that, I was like, I've never really like sat down and thought about how my diet's really impacting me. I just go day to day and like I get by, so it's probably not the biggest a deal, maybe long term. But I was like, yeah, let's look into this a little bit. So finally went and did some blood work tests on that. It's been kind of super interesting diving into that. But anyways, point being, my most recent post on carbohydrates out on Conversational Kitchen Substack right now. Check it out. Mm-mm-mm. There's that. Get some. Oh, turn this down here. Gonna toss a little bit of those microgreens on there. Got my little coleslaw here. I think I'm gonna scrape the green beans on here first. Get your greens, folks. Everyone be hating carbohydrates, but don't realize those are carbohydrates too. It's got to go to complex carbohydrate. Alright, there's that out of the way. Now we just got to get some of this coleslaw. Use that, use your hands. Whatever. I don't care. It's all gonna taste the same anyways. We got a weird obsession with keeping everything perfectly clean, but we gotta realize we're basically microorganisms ourselves, so eating the ones on your fingers, whatever. All right, so yeah, boom. There's that's a sandwich. I'll leave it as that. Um, yeah, that's about all there is to it. Got about 7 minutes left on that, but I think I might end this one really. Said 7 minutes, but that's just round one. It'll probably cook for a little bit longer. If you want to check out the final results, I'll post a picture somewhere. You can check it out yourself on post it somewhere. I'll post it on my Substack. Check out the Substack Conversational Kitchen. That's where it's at. Got a bunch of other recipes on there. Got my goal right now is to add about one a month. Looking for inspiration. Most of them are relatively easy. Took me about an hour to do this. I'm not the fastest chef. You can probably do it faster, honestly, especially if you're just making the pulled pork sandwiches. But yeah, if you're looking for inspiration, looking for a little bit of community, a little bit of a reconnection with your food and uh, people around you, come join me. Conversational Kitchen. It's find me on Substack. Hope y'all start figuring this out a little bit more. Get some people out here to hang out with me. Um, yeah, it was a good time. I'll let you know how this is. Thanks for no one being here. Toodles.